How come in the world there's racism? And how come in here there's all nations, kindreds, and tongues? Somebody say hallelujah. You see, your zone, you're 30, 40, you're 1200, you're an overcomer, king, and a priest. And you get the job done. That's why Yahweh dropped you off on the planet for a few days. Make zone your focus. Yeah, don't give up because you get tired. I remember and I'm still getting in shape. I was gonna get in shape, and I'm out. My sons have one daughter. I have a beautiful family. I have a great wife, my best friend. And we do everything together. We talk about stuff. We talk about the hard stuff. We talk about the easy stuff. We just talk about stuff. And we live like family. Don't you do that? Hallelujah. Hallelujah, somebody. Don't you do that? I'm deciding to get in shape. I'm making a choice every day because I made a choice every day. Like I said, I'm going to get in shape. I take that little homeschool kid out there and going to run with him. Got to get on the trail in Dallas. It gets hot. And I said, let's go, man. I said, man, you're my spotter. You're going to motivate me. So I recognize I get out there on this trail, and today I'm going to do 5 miles. I know one thing, if that kid's in front of me, I'm not going to quit. You laugh. But he's the next generation. If I quit, he will have an excuse to quit. I'm 30, 40, I'm 1200, I'm zone. You're a kingdom of priests. Hallelujah. And I ain't gonna quit. We're running. Jalen said, listen, man, I want to ride. I'm riding a bike, but I want to run with you, Daddy. I said, Jalen, you don't run very well because you know, sometimes you're breathing. You sure you want to run? I said, Daddy, you do it, I can do it. That next week, he did 2 runs. He ran 3 miles. I said, come on, Jalen, you can run 3 miles. He never ran before. He ran 3 miles. He did 2 runs. He did another run for 1.5 miles, 2 miles. I said, man, this is good, Jalen. We're building. We're out here praying. We're out here crying together. You're helping your dad kill some demons out here. We're gonna walk. We're gonna run. We're gonna grow. We're gonna go. Am I reaching you right now? I hope you're hearing me. I hope you can look past whatever you're thinking about, and just hear my heart. That we're training, we're getting more and more ready for what Father's pouring out on us. And Jalen, that week later, I have one of my best friends in the whole world said, man, we got this 5K up here. My wife's got this thing, and she does every year. It's a fundraiser. She said, oh, you want to run? I said, sure. Sign me up. Little Jalen got up there and said, man, well, let's run the kids run. It'll be 1 mile long. I can do that. Kids run's already booked out. Okay, Dad, I'll run with you. He finished that race. Hallelujah. You see, I'm not dismayed. I'm here on the shoulders of Scott Diffendorfer, Jane Diffendorfer. I'm here on the shoulders of Bill Cloud, Beth Cloud, Eddie Chumney, Brad Scott. I'm training, learning from them, and you are too. But they don't do what they do so we can talk about it. They do what they do so we can be about it. Hallelujah. And you got to get where you translate what it is you learned into everyday, moment by moment, application, affirmation, proclamation that you go, that you know that you're focused, dialed in, and dialed up, that Yahweh's called you to do exactly what it is you're doing. And it's okay, you're going to have some bad days. You just remember, you go back to what you originally felt like it was that he called you to do. He called me to kingdom. Get in your getter something that you can say that centers you and brings you back to what Yahweh's called you to do. Because when you do that, then you realize that you're now rebooting yourself. I'm training and recognize I'm about to run out of energy or gas or strength, and maybe I'll quit because who really cares? And say, okay, I'm going to quit today. And all of a sudden, when in my mind I started thinking about that, said, well, if I quit, what about Jalen? If I quit, what about Hava? If I quit, what about Matthew? If I quit, what about Kingdom? If I quit, I'm a quitter. And quitters die in the wilderness, and I'm not a quitter. And I have to grab something. I got to reach a hold of something. I got to see those guys that have paved the way for me. You see, there's a revive because there was a Bill Cloud, there's Eddie Chumley, there's a Brad Scott. They said, listen, man, we're not going to quit. And I'm looking at them, and I said to Bill at least 2 times this weekend, it's my friend. Thank you, Bill, for not quitting. I recognize, man, 15, 20 years on the road. Hasn't he poured into our lives? Has he poured into our lives? This ain't a rah-rah Bill. Bill, he don't even like when people talk about it, but he's 30, 40, 1200, Kingdom of Priests zone. He's somebody I could put my eye on and say, listen, man, I'm not going to quit because you didn't quit. However, I see you didn't quit. I'm not going to quit on you. We don't quit on relationships. The God of covenant is covenant. It's cyclical. It means that you have opportunities to rest and you have opportunities to work. And he gives us no excuses when we follow the plan the way it's laid out, the way Yahweh called us to do it. There's not an issue with quitting because we get the rejuvenation we need, and Yahweh brings us to a place where we can go higher and higher until it is that he calls us back to the capital city, the New Jerusalem. It is Yahweh who's equipping. It's Yahweh who's making. It's Yahweh who's breaking. Let him build you. Let him create zone in you. Hallelujah. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. 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 I love you.